So today and tomorrow we are going to discuss two presentations from the course which is called Srila Prabhupada, Our Founder Acharya. And this course was made by Sureshwara Prabhu. Sureshwara Prabhu, he is Srila Prabhupada's disciple, and he is a member of Srila Prabhupada Positions Committee in GBC. In GBC, they have different ministries and committees, and this particular committee is called Srila Prabhupada's Position Committee, where these senior devotees, Srila Prabhupada's disciples, they are trying to understand and to explain us who Srila Prabhupada is, in order that next generations would be able to understand his position, his glory. And today we are going to speak about his position, Srila Prabhupada's position, and we will start from the verse from Sri Chaitanya Bhagavata. Sri Chaitanya Bhagavata, we have, one moment, we have three books, Chaitanya Charitamrita, Chaitanya Bhagavata, and Chaitanya Mangala. And in these three books, pastimes of Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu are described. So in Chaitanya Bhagavata, in Antya Kanda, verse 4.126, it is said, Prithivi Paryanta Yata Ache Deshagrama, Sarvatra Sanchara Haibeka Mora Nama. It is prediction which was given by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself. So the translation goes like this: in every town and village of the world, the chanting of my name will be heard. So Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he predicted that this Vaishnavism will become international tradition. It is his own prediction. It is not just someone's whimsical will to distribute, to spread Krishna consciousness outside India. Like, for example, sometimes ISKCON is criticized by some Smarta Brahmanas or some followers of traditional Hinduism that you had no right to do it. But here in this verse from Chaitanya Bhagavata, verse from Antya Kanda, verse 4.126, this prediction given by Supreme Personality of Godhead is given here. Likely, I hope that this page is visible, right? It is visible or not? Page is visible. Please tell
Yes,
me.
Prabhuji, it is visible.
It's visible.
Yeah.
Very nice, very good. So, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur gives purports on Chaitanya Bhagavata, and here in this purport he writes, my names, means names of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, my names will be broadcast in all the villages and cities of the world. Even though persons averse to the Supreme Lord have never heard of the forms, qualities and activities of the Supreme Lord, the holy names of the Lord will be preached in all the villages of the world. Means even against their will, this preaching will be going on, will be spreading, because Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wants this to happen. It is the prediction which is given by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And now we are going to, just one moment, we are going to our slides. We're going to our slides. And just one moment. Hari Hari Bol. So slides are visible, right? Lesson number 3, visible?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Oh, very good, very nice. So lesson number 3 from this presentation, from this course given by Sureshwara Prabhu. And if you wish, you can watch the whole course on YouTube. And now we're going to discuss his position, Srila Prabhupada's position. So Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he told that his holy name will be spread everywhere. And also in Sri Chaitanya Mangala. Sri Chaitanya Mangala, it is another biography of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. In Chaitanya Mangala, another verse is given where not just the expansion of Krishna consciousness all around the world is predicted, but also Srila Prabhupada's personality and his appearance to this world is also predicted in this verse from Sri Chaitanya Mangala, Sutrakhanda, Song 12, texts 564, 565. Even if the sinners reject religion or flee to foreign countries, I will send more Sinapati Bhakta, my military field commander, to go there and deliver them. In this verse written in Bengali, it is said that he will send this military field commander, he will send someone. What does it mean, Sinapati Bhakta? What does it mean to be military field commander? It means, it refers to our analogy which we use sometimes, like ISKCON, it is the army of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Army means that everyone is disciplined and everyone is under someone's guidance, and everyone is ready to give his own energy for some serious purpose. And even sometimes someone is ready to sacrifice himself, like for example, Srila Prabhupada, he was giving his energy and he was preaching all around the world. He was trying his best, and other different spiritual masters are also following the same policy. They are not in comfort zone. They are just trying to give their energy and knowledge and everything to the suffering humanity. They are trying to do this. So what does it mean? If someone will go to the foreign country, I will send my Sinapati Bhakta, I will send my military field commander. It means, and we have different examples in our ISKCON history. Like for example, some Indians, they go to Europe, they go to America, just to earn money, to get good job, to be nicely situated in this life. But out of sudden, they become familiar with ISKCON. They didn't become familiar with ISKCON in their motherland, in India, but it happened in US or in Europe or somewhere else. It happens sometimes. So if such people are with us now in this Google Meet conference, if some of you, if it is your own biography that you went somewhere outside India and you met ISKCON devotees outside India and it was your way to start your devotional life, it means that this prediction given in Sri Chaitanya Mangala, this verse from Sri Chaitanya Mangala, it is about you. Everything is predicted already. So, what can I say else about this subject matter? After 5,000 years, my mantra Upasaka means worshipper of the holy name, will appear in this world and spread the chanting of my holy name everywhere. It is from Brahma Vaivarta Purana, verse from Brahma Vaivarta Purana, where Lord Shri Krishna, he is speaking with Ganga Devi, with the sacred river Ganges, and he gives one more prediction, that mantra Upasaka will come here after 5,000 years. It means approximately now. It means approximately few decades before now or whatever. It means 20th century. It means like this. And how to prove that this verse is also about Srila Prabhupada? How to prove it? It's quite easy to prove because it is written here that because of his activities, chanting of Krishna's holy name will be spread everywhere. So before Srila Prabhupada, some people also were trying to distribute holy names of Krishna outside India, but they failed. Means they have got some followers outside India, somewhere in Europe, somewhere in Japan, not Japan, in Europe, mainly in Europe. But no one was able to spread chanting of Krishna's holy name everywhere. No one was able to do it because special empowerment is needed from Supreme Personality of Godhead to do this. So just because Srila Prabhupada did it, and just because no one was able to do it before him or even after him, well, after him there is no need to do it because it is already done. Because of that, we come to the conclusion that mantra upasaka, this verse where mantra upasaka is mentioned, mantra upasaka is Srila Prabhupada himself. So Srila Prabhupada appearance to this world was predicted in this verse from Brahma Vaivarta Purana, and in this verse from Sri Chaitanya Mangala. These two verses we already have read. And also Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur in his magazine, which name was Sajjana Toshani, in 1885 he predicted a personality will soon appear in order to preach the teachings of Sri Chaitanya and move unrestrictedly over the whole world with his message. So we gave you three pramanas, three proofs. Usually one proof is also almost sufficient if it is proof from Vedic scriptures, if it is Shastric evidence. But if you have got three, then your position is very strong. Then 100%, 108% you already proved your position. If you can give three or even more pramanas or evidences from Guru Sadhu Shastra. Guru Sadhu Shastra. Shastra is the most important, but Guru Pramana is also good, is also powerful. For example, if someone will tell that Srila Prabhupada told such and such things, then it already has power. It already has power. This position, this statement has power just because Srila Prabhupada told this statement. But in order to understand, did Srila Prabhupada really told this statement or he didn't, we have to check it. We have to do what? We have to open Bhaktivedanta Vedabase. You know Bhaktivedanta Vedabase? Huh? Bhaktivedanta Vedabase, such software we have where everything is transcribed. Each and every class, each and every conversation. Well, maybe not each and every. Some recordings are lost and some recordings are not done, were not done. But anyway, a lot of recordings and transcriptions and books are there, and you can just check. Because even in Srila Prabhupada's times, it happened. It was happening. Like some people were telling, Srila Prabhupada told this, Srila Prabhupada told that. And Srila Prabhupada was really surprised when someone was telling to him that he was telling something, and he was telling that, no, I've never told like this. I've never told like this. So even in Srila Prabhupada's presence in this world, some deviations were happening. It is natural for material world. This transcendental message is given to us, given in Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita, but conditioned mind is always trying to change something, to improve something, to improve. Such idea that it will be the improvement, but there is no improvement. There can be no improvement from conditioned position of someone who is trying to improve. And in this quote, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he is predicting that Srila Prabhupada will appear on this planet. So such personalities like Vishwanatha Chakravarti Thakur, Baladeva Vidyabhushana, Bhaktivinoda Thakur, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati, Srila Prabhupada, of course, they all have this spiritual vision. It is not that it was just his mental conception that maybe someone will come here. it was not just mental conception, and it wasn't some kind of hope that I hope it will happen, maybe it will happen, maybe it will not be happen. It is not hope, it is not mental conception. It is not, of course, it is not even mental concoction, like Srila Prabhupada is saying sometimes about some different conditioned ideas. It is transcendental vision. It is understanding what is Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's plan. And Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he is saying here that this person not just will appear, but this person will appear soon. He will appear soon. And he is telling here, he's telling these words in 1885, just 11 years before Srila Prabhupada appeared on this planet. He did it just 11 years before. And now we're going to discuss how Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was facilitating Srila Prabhupada's mission. Because Lord Gauranga, Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, not just empowered Srila Prabhupada to distribute, to spread Krishna consciousness all around the world, but he also facilitated this. He gave some facilities. He arranged different things, and it is also some kind of proof that it was not just some kind of his own, Srila Prabhupada's, his own efforts, but it was divine plan. It was divine plan that Krishna consciousness should be spread because of Srila Prabhupada's endeavors. So in 16th century, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ignited a Bhakti Renaissance in India. If we will study this story of Vaishnavism in India, we will see that this tradition was not so powerful, not so strong in the period of Middle Ages, not so strong, not so, this preaching mood was not so strong, and because what makes spiritual movement powerful? We can say that spiritual movement is powerful if the spiritual movement can attract new members, new followers for this particular religious practice, spiritual practice. If there is some spiritual group of some practitioners and they are just practicing for themselves and they are not trying to increase the quantity of their members, if they're just practicing for themselves and not so many people are able to understand who they are and not so many people are attracted by what they are doing, then it also a situation which is normal for many spiritual organizations. But if we're speaking about spiritual organization or spiritual tradition being powerful, to be powerful means we are able to increase our members, quantity and quality, both quality and quantity of our members. We get more and more people in our movement, not just because we are sectarian people who are trying to grab people and to control them, but we want to make them happy, not just by our own way, how we think that people may become happy because of our own ideas, but we're just connecting them with Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is always happy and who is able to make each and every part and particle of him to be happy. This happiness is achievable when we are acting like parts of Krishna, like servants of Krishna. It is absolutely natural position. So powerful spiritual organization means we are increasing our community. It is point number one. Then point number two, we are able to explain people who we are. We are able to deal with some officials, to deal with some VIPs of this world, with scientists, with people of art, and so on, and to explain them who we are. And not just to explain, not just to make them understand who we are, but to do it in attractive way, that people would be attracted to what we're doing. Maybe they will not join us, but anyway, they will be telling something nice about us. And if some people are not able to join ISKCON, but they are able to speak something nice about us, it is the way for them to get punya, to get sukriti, to become more and more pious. And one day, this person will become a devotee when this piety is sufficient, and when by Krishna's arrangement this person will meet Krishna's devotees, then altogether it makes people to become new devotees. So it is the need of spiritual tradition to increase the quantity, or to increase their community, to be able to deal with those who are with those who we call them outsiders. They are not members of ISKCON, but anyway, this B mentality, this ability to see something nice in other people is very important for preaching and for life in general, to be able to see that these people are good. They are not practicing, but anyway, we will find something nice in them, and we will tell them that you are nice because you have such and such qualities, and you can become even better if you will be chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. It is this mission spirit. Mission spirit is very important. If mission spirit is there, then spiritual tradition is powerful. Like in ISKCON, if book distribution is going on in the temple, then this particular temple or this particular community is powerful. If we stop book distribution, then we can do whatever we like. We can do educational programs. We can take prasadam all together. We can do deity worship. We can chant holy names all together just for ourselves, for our own spiritual benefit. But if book distribution is not going on, if these things that are helping us to spread Krishna consciousness everywhere is not going on, then we can feel that the mood is changing and people are not so much inspired. It is like an engine. This Sankirtana, this book distribution is like an engine in the car. It makes things to go. It gives the dynamic to the ISKCON society. So Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave holy name, he gave bhakti. Then 17th century and 18th century, Lord Chaitanya's movement was forced underground in India. The age of discovery and the industrial revolution brought technology and new horizons to Europe. So some technologies are developing. And Srila Prabhupada, he was telling in middle of 20th century when he was with us and when he was preaching Krishna consciousness in US and Europe and everywhere where he was able to do it, he was telling that we're not rejecting technologies. We can use the technologies in preaching Krishna consciousness and in Krishna consciousness in general. We can use audio recorders to record classes and to write the books. We can use airplanes to travel here and there. We can use phone to speak with each other, and so on and so on. So we're not rejecting technologies, but we can use it in Yukta Vairagya mode. It means that we are trying to use it just in order to spread Krishna consciousness everywhere. And so you see this 17th century and 18th century and especially 19th century and especially the beginning of 20th century very special, because in this period of time many very important things and technologies and uh, gadgets were invented, and all this was used in Srila Prabhupada's times just to push ISKCON forward. Then in the late 19th century, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur revived Lord Chaitanya's pure teachings and envisioned a worldwide movement of Krishna consciousness. In the early 20th century, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakura's Gaudiya mission spread Krishna consciousness throughout India and sent the first Vaishnava preachers abroad. So this period in between of 19th and 20th century is very important. Not just because Srila Prabhupada, he appeared on this world, on this planet just in the late 19th century, just in 1896, but also Bhaktivinoda Thakur and his divine son, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati, they were building the foundation of this building, which we call ISKCON, of this building, where everyone has his place to stay and his place to serve, his own place, his own predestination. Everyone has this room in this house, which was built by Srila Prabhupada. But before Srila Prabhupada established ISKCON, before that, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he wrote a lot of books, and it looks like it is not that each and every book is translated to English language. It is not that. Likely there are still many of his writings that are available in Bengali only. As far as I know, in India now we have this museum or some kind of research institute where these manuscripts are kept, manuscripts of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur. And so the researchers will be working, and all these gems of devotion will be discovered again and again, one writing, another writing. But anyway, some very important books like Dasha Mula Tattva, Harinama Chintamani, Jaiva Dharma, Chaitanya Shikshamrita, Krishna Samhita, and others, they are published and they are translated in English language, and they can be used like philosophical basis of Krishna consciousness. Of course, when we join ISKCON, for us it is recommended first of all to build the foundation on the basis of Srila Prabhupada's books. First of all, you read Srila Prabhupada's books. Our seniors, they usually tell us like this. And then you can read books given by previous acharyas. Because, again, Srila Prabhupada is specially empowered to explain Krishna consciousness in such a way that many people can understand. Many people, especially those who have no Indian or Hinduism background. For those people, it can be a little bit more difficult. Actually, some things are not just difficult, would be impossible without Srila Prabhupada's preaching and purports which he gave in Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita, and so on and so on. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he wrote books. Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati, he also was emphasizing the importance of this religious literature of the books. And he also established Gaudiya Math, Gaudiya Mission temples in India with brahmacharis, sannyasis, grihasthas. Well, grihasthas, they were living, usually they were living outside the temples. But anyway, this missionary spirit was spreading because of Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur's endeavors also. And but unfortunately, this organization, which was founded by Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati, this organization was ruined after his departure. Not just ruined, but many small madhas, not small. Some are really small, and some are not so small, small organizations like Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Madh, for example, or Gopinath Madh, or others. But there are some madhas that are really small, almost invisible, almost invisible. Like if you if you throw the mirror, then it will be broken in many pieces, and some pieces are so small, almost invisible. So anyway, if you broke the mirror, and it is on the floor, it is dangerous. It is dangerous just to step here on bared foot, right? It is dangerous. First, you have to clean the place, to sweep this place, and to wash it with water, just to collect all these small particles of this mirror, which was broken. Why it was broken? Just because of some kind of ambitions that were manifested in few senior leaders of Gaudiya Math after Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur's departure. Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati didn't tell that someone will become next Acharya after Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati, and actually it looks like no one had such spiritual qualification to become next Acharya after him. But anyway, few people, they decided to become next Acharyas, and because of their conflicts and even their court cases, because of that, this organization was divided in many parts. So because of that, as Srila Prabhupada, he is saying, these people became Haribol, these people became asara. Asara means useless. One is asara, one is useless when he doesn't follow the instructions given by his spiritual master. We get instructions from Srila Prabhupada, from spiritual master, how we can understand, are we useless or we're not useless, just by comparing what is written in Srila Prabhupada's books and what is given in spiritual masters' classes and what we actually do in our life. Just we should compare these two, and if the more we don't follow, the more useless we are. But anyway, it is not the reason to become upset. Just we should try to become better devotees. Yeah, to become better devotees. So Srila Prabhupada, it was the reason why Srila Prabhupada established ISKCON, because Gaudiya mission, Gaudiya Math was ruined. Otherwise, Srila Prabhupada would be trying to preach Krishna consciousness all around the world through the Gaudiya Math organization. He would be doing like this. But anyway, because organization was ruined, and also because his god brothers were not able and didn't want to cooperate with him in this international preaching, because of that he had to establish his own organization. And also one more arrangement which was made by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, it is that in the 1960s, when Srila Prabhupada sailed to the West, the Vatican relaxed its attitude toward other religious teachings. The USA relaxed its Asian immigration laws, and the American counterculture began to look to the East for the truth. So these processes in society of those days, of those years, are happened. Means that in this European mentality and in this American mentality, this idea that I was born on such and such land, and because of that I have to follow. If I'm Russian, I will be follower of Russian Orthodox Church. If I was born in Europe, I will be following Catholic Church, and so on and so on. If I was born in Asia, I will be following Muslim religion. So this idea this idea in a mentality of general masses of people became not so was not prevailing so much like it was before, was not prevailing. So it is good because Srila Prabhupada, he came to the West, and because of that he already had some, it was easier for Srila Prabhupada to preach such Krishna consciousness philosophy and Krishna consciousness culture, which is really different from cultural point of view, is really different from what we have in other countries outside India. Sometimes it is just little bit different, sometimes it is really different. Sometimes it is extremely different. So this idea, which was given by Vatican, by Catholic Church, that other religious teachings are also okay. Yada charity Shrishthas, like Shri Krishna, he is saying in Bhagavad Gita, if some people who are great or some personalities who are considered to be great, if they are saying something, then general masses of people, they accept it. They accept this idea. Usually they do it. Then also USA, they relaxed its Asian immigration law, and because of that Srila Prabhupada was able to arrange long-term visa for himself, American long-term visa. I don't know the details how this visa is can be arranged, but anyway, it will be easier for him. And these young people, young American boys and girls, also were ready to accept something. To accept something which they will consider to be really worthy for them to accept. Some real knowledge, real truth. They were trying to find some kind of counterculture, some kind of, because these young people, young boys and girls from America in 1960s, they already were very much nicely situated from material point of view. The previous generation, their mothers, their fathers, they were just trying to arrange all these material facilities for their sons and daughters. It was their meaning of life. And now, the next generation, they already have everything. And they already have everything. But it is quite boring to live if you have everything, if everything is arranged, but you have no meaning of life, you have no idea why you should live, what should you what you should try to achieve in your life, and so on and so on. So this vacuum of existential vacuum was there, and they were trying to understand what is the meaning of life. They were interested in Eastern culture. They were trying reading different books, and they also were taking some drugs to get some kind of so-called transcendental experience, like they were thinking that this experience is transcendental. Of course it is not transcendental, but anyway, they were trying to do it. So it is how Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu helped Srila Prabhupada to preach Krishna consciousness outside India. And but their god brothers didn't help him to preach Krishna consciousness outside India. So we have this letter which is written by Srila Prabhupada. It is written to Bhaktivilas Tirtha Maharaj, 8th of November 1965. So here is a chance for cooperation between us, and I shall be glad to know if you are ready for this cooperation. I came here to study the situation, and I find it very nice. And if you are also agreeable to cooperate, it will be all very nice by the will of Srila Prabhupada. By the way, here we have to understand that when Srila Prabhupada is saying about Srila Prabhupada, it is another Srila Prabhupada. It is Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur also had the same title, Prabhupada. So here Srila Prabhupada, he is speaking about Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati. It will be all very nice by the will of Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati. If you agree, then take it for granted that I am one of the workers of the Sri Mayapur Chaitanya Madh. I have no ambition for becoming the proprietor of any madha or mandir, but I want working facilities. I want working facilities. So in 1965, he asked Bhakti Vilas Tirtha Maharaj for some kind of help. Just send me some people here, or send me some material funds, or whatever. And they didn't sell anything. Well, as far as I remember from Srila Prabhupada Lilamrita, Maharaj, Bhaktivilas Tirtha Maharaj, or someone else from Gaudiya Math, they send him karatals and chadar, and that's all. It was their help for Srila Prabhupada, and he was not accepted seriously by his godbrothers. So because of that, Srila Prabhupada, he was obliged to found a fresh branch of the Gaudiya Sampradaya. On July 13th of 1966, in New York City, he incorporated the International Society for Krishna Consciousness, means ISKCON, and signed the papers with his sannyasa name only, Bhaktivedanta Swami. Hare Krishna. So basically, I could continue, but because we are limited in our time, as far as I understand, right? We're limited. We can go to your questions, and then tomorrow we will continue. Tomorrow it will be 7 o'clock, 7 a.m. The same link, the same Srila Prabhupada, the same topic. Just welcome, and we will discuss this topic. We will continue to discuss this topic and his position and his role in our life, and how Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu decided that his mission should be executed through Srila Prabhupada. We already spoke today about facilities that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave to Srila Prabhupada. And tomorrow we are going to continue this discussion. Hare Krishna. If you have some questions, please ask your questions. Hare Bol. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much, Prabhuji, for such a heartfelt, profound, and soul-touching session. So today's discussion reminded each one of us that Srila Prabhupada is not just a historical personality. He is a living force of mercy. And as Prabhuji already mentioned, that the session would be continued tomorrow morning as well. So I would urge all the devotees to be present and take the spiritual benefit of attending the session. So every book he wrote, every lecture he gave, every instruction that he offered, it was an act of compassion for conditioned souls like us. And I would request the devotees to please, as a matter of respect and token of respect, please write in the chat box for Prabhuji Hari Bol, because he delivered such a wonderful session. And we are sincerely taking shelter of his teachings, and our lives can completely transform by that ways. And as Prabhuji has already mentioned, that the floor is open for question and answer. If any devotee has a particular question regarding the session, any realization or reflection, please feel free to unmute yourself, or you can raise your hand even, or you can even use the chat box for writing your questions. Yes. Any questions so far? Yes. Anyone want to ask any question? One or two questions we can take maximum. Okay. Varad Bidwai wants to.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, nice to see you.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Sadar Pranam. Prabhuji, I wanted to ask, in between you mentioned there were like various scriptures which are not yet translated. And one of those you said the important ones are translated and published. The Dashamula Tattva and Harinam Chintamani and more such names. What is different? What's the content in those?
Means what are these books about, right?
Yeah. Like what is the important is Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam also, right? But what is special in them?
Well, these books are giving very systematical picture of Vaishnava tradition, of Krishna consciousness. For example, Harinama Chintamani is about holy name, how to chant holy name, what is the position of holy name, and how to avoid 10 offenses when you chant holy names. And each and every offense is described. So the topic is quite important for our spiritual life. It is Harinama Chintamani. Then Dasha Mula Tattva. Dasha Mula Tattva means 10 truth, 10 particular statements that really nicely describe our philosophy. Our Sambandha Abhideya Prayojana means how everything is arranged, what we want to achieve in our life, in devotional life, and how to achieve this goal, this supreme goal, Parama Artha. So, like for example, in Christian tradition, they have so-called symbol of faith. Symbol of faith means particular text where is described exactly and with all details is described in what a typical Christian is supposed to believe, what kind of faith he has. For example, some of the points in this Dasha Mula Tattva is that there are two types of souls. Some of them are conditioned, and some of them are not. It is one of the points. Or, for example, one of the points, Shri Krishna, he is Supreme Personality of Godhead, and all energies are coming from him, and so on and so on. Like, for example, if someone will ask us, what kind of faith you have? You are Hare Krishna people. What are your religious beliefs? And because we have many books, Srila Prabhupada wrote many books, and previous acharyas and modern saints, they also wrote many books, so we can become a little bit bewildered to answer this question. But if we know exact description, I would say, description of this faith, then we can easily explain people, and it can be basis for our preaching when we preach to others, and it also can be basis of educational programs, because if you educate someone, you have to cover all 10 statements from this Dasha Mula Tattva. Otherwise, it is not that the whole knowledge is given. It is not that the whole faith, Shraddha, is formed properly. It is not that. So exact text is needed. So it is Dasha Mula Tattva. Harinama Chintamani, I told what it is about. Jaiva Dharma means which Dharma is real, which Dharma is Kaitava Dharma is not real, means which religion is authoritative religion, which religion is not authoritative, some kind of concoction. Jaiva Dharma means Dharma of Jiva, means religion of the soul. Basically, Jaiva Dharma means religion of the soul. Then Chaitanya Shikshamrita, different prescriptions and instructions for different members of Varnashrama. What should brahmacharis do? What should grihasthas do? Sannyasis, and so on and so on. Not just in the sense that we have society and it is divided in varnas, but in the sense that what does it mean to be Brahmana in Krishna consciousness, Grihastha in Krishna consciousness, Brahmachari in Krishna consciousness. I mean, everything through the lens of Krishna consciousness. Chaitanya Shikshamrita, and so on and so on. Interesting books, nice books. Very much recommend to read these books, but also please don't forget about Srila Prabhupada's books. It is our foundation. And sometimes, because you see, it is general instruction where sometimes senior devotees can be really strict. They can strictly and seriously look on you and very strictly tell you that don't read anything, just read Srila Prabhupada's books. It is some kind of spiritual care toward us, but anyway, who can prohibit us to read Harinama Chintamani, for example, because it is the basis. The offenses of the holy name are described here. So there is no need of any special permission, basically, to read Harinama Chintamani. But anyway, if our concentration on Srila Prabhupada's books a little bit, a little bit watered, it is not good. So we should keep this focus here, and also we can read some other books from previous acharyas also. But Srila Prabhupada, he is especially empowered to give Krishna consciousness to the suffering people of this age of Kali. So this lens, his optics, his lens is really important. At least if we consider ourselves to be members of ISKCON. If someone is member of another Vaishnava organization, then they have their own optics, their own lens, but it is another story. So also we have a question from Bhagya Shri Mehra. Prabhuji, can we read Acharya's book along with Srila Prabhupada books? Yeah. Yeah, you see, and she is writing here that she herself, she is reading Harinam Chintamani. Yes, that's okay. It is allowed. It is possible. Yeah, it is allowed. Of course it is possible. Yeah. Of course we can do it. The main point is that this focus on Srila Prabhupada, it should not be watered. If it is watered, then it is not good. Otherwise, if we can keep it all together, then why not? So, some more questions or thoughts? Dear friends, please share your thoughts. If you have some questions or thoughts. Manisha is keeping the hand. Please.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Please accept my humble obeisance onto your lotus feet.
Oh,
Prabhuji, my question is, a foreigner don't know the glorification of Ganga Maya, Yamuna Maya. They born foreign country. Which point to explain them, and they convince into bhakti, and they enter into Navda Bhakti and faith in Prabhupada. Which point should we explain them? Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Well, usually this preaching outside India, it is based on the statement that Veda is authoritative source of knowledge. Vedic literature is authoritative source of knowledge. Because in India, some people, they can say that, okay, there is Krishna, he is Supreme Personality of Godhead, and much more people you will get in India who will not, who will not protest against it, right? Some people will agree. It is easier to agree that Krishna is God if you are Indian. It is easier, but if it is a foreigner, then Krishna is some mythological hero from someone's culture. It looks like this. So usually we go through another point. We are going through the Vedic literature, that it is authoritative literature which can give us the answers on any questions that we can have. And of course, if we are speaking from the position of ISKCON, then Vedic literature equal to Srila Prabhupada's books. Because Vedic literature, it is much more. It is a lot of books, which some of these books are lost. Some of these books are not relevant for Kali Yuga. And so we're focused on Srila Prabhupada's books, and we consider these books to be Vedic literature. And then, by the way, it is one of the points in Dasha Mula Tattva. One of the points that Vedic literature is authoritative source of knowledge. And then if we can prove this, and sometimes we can prove it through preaching using different Upavedas like Jyotish or Ayurveda, and some other parts which help people to become more familiar with mode of goodness, with Sattva Gun. And then after this, if the authority of Vedic literature, the authority of Srila Prabhupada is established in someone's consciousness, then we can say that actually the source of Vedas and the someone who knows Vedas the best and the goal of Vedas, he is Krishna. Vedascha sarvair aham eva vidyach Vedanta krit vedavit eva chaham. Bhagavad Gita 15:15 verse. Very easy to memorize. 15:15 Bhagavad Gita. So usually we go through this. We are explaining we're explaining the conception of modes of material nature, that there are these modes of material nature, that there is karma, there is reincarnation, that soul is eternal, the second chapter of Bhagavad Gita, and other things. If it is accepted, if authority of these sources of knowledge is established, then we can go further. Otherwise, if, for example, even Krishna is not accepted by someone, but anyway, we have a person who became better just because he became familiar with Sattva Gun and his lifestyle will be more sattvic, more pious, and so on and so on. Even if he didn't become Vaishnava or Vaishnavi, then anyway, this person will be improved a little bit just by dealing with this Vedic knowledge and with these ISKCON's attempts to establish or maybe sometimes to reconstruct some aspects of Vedic culture here in Kali Yuga situation. So it helps people anyway. Some people, they are just collecting piety, collecting punya, sukriti, they are not ready to become devotees. But it is the benefit which ISKCON gives them, that ISKCON gives them facilities to understand what mode of goodness is, and some basics of Vedic knowledge, and some basics of karma law. It is important because some people, they really don't understand and they don't accept that there is law of karma. Just do whatever you like and don't think about anything. Such ignorant people, and we have a lot of such ignorant people on this planet, a lot on this planet and on many, many innumerous planets in this material world. We have a lot of living entities who don't accept law of karma, the basics of civilized life, the basics of knowledge. So if person is able to accept at least something, it is already good. It is already good. Hare Krishna, thank you for your nice question. And we have got one more question in our chat box.
Thank
Yeah?
you.
Ah?
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. Prabhuji, I have a question. I regularly read Srila Prabhupada's books along with the books of my spiritual master, but I am not able to apply their teachings in my real life. I am unable to change myself internally. I wear tilak and tulsi beads, but I feel I'm not changing from within. Please guide me, Prabhuji. Well, yeah, it is an important point about guidance. One should be under guidance, under spiritual guidance. You should find someone who is accepted by you as an authority and who will be able to guide you spiritually, because it is really important. Otherwise, if someone is not guided, then he is alone with his own materialistic mind, and because of the influence of this materialistic mind, sometimes this person will consider himself to be great devotee of the Lord. Sometimes this person will be considering himself to be great sinner in the world. This self-esteem, self-conception is not stable. If you are not guided, then we don't understand who we are, what should we do. So you don't worry that it is not that everything happens in one moment. It takes time, it takes energy. But anyway, one should be guided. If someone is guided in his spiritual life, and also you can take notes, you can write diary, you can write notes about your own spiritual life, and then you can read after some time, and you will see that the progress is going on. You will see the proof will be there in the form of your diary. It will be there. Some teachings we are able to apply, some teachings we are not able to apply. And our qualification to apply these teachings will be grow day after day if we want this, and if we put endeavors, and if we write down what we are doing, then it will be visible. It will be visible that, okay, this is done, that is done. Otherwise, if there are no notes, we don't know what happened. This memory power in Kali Yuga is very weak. We don't remember what's happening with us. That's the point, you see. So you try your best, and Krishna will do the rest. Everything will be nice, I hope. We'll be praying for you, Hare Krishna. Okay, so looks like we have to stop here, right? Sarthak, Sony, what should we do? Haribol. Excuse me?
And thank you.
Something wrong with your sound. You are not nicely audible. Something is going on. What should we do? Now he is not with us, right? What should we do? Well, maybe people, maybe you have some more questions. And meanwhile, he will come here again, and he will tell us something. Do you have some more questions? Or thoughts? Or realizations? Hari Bol, our administrator, came somewhere. He disappeared. What should we do? Administrator, where are you? Hari Bol. Okay, what should we do? Okay, then let's just tell goodbye to each other. Let's tell Hare Krishna to each other. And I'm waiting for you tomorrow, 7 o'clock, 7 a.m. The same link. Please come here, and we'll discuss. Please join us. I want to say, come here. No, not come here. Just join, and we will be discussing this subject matter: who Srila Prabhupada is, and we'll be discussing his mercy. Hare Krishna. Vanchi Kalpatarubhyascha.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Prabhuji,
Hare
Dhanyavad,
Rama, Hare
Dhanyavad.
Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.